Yo, what's up, YouTube? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and thank you guys for tuning in today, man. Today, we're going to be checking out Peter Gabriel with Shock the Monkey. All right, we haven't heard this one before, but that sounds interesting. Shock the Monkey. Understanding that I believe his last one, it's been a long time since we've heard some Peter Gabriel, and I was just talking to a friend of the channel about how I love Peter Gabriel. She introduced me to Peter Gabriel, and I understood his history with Genesis through her, and we've reacted to some great live performances with Peter Gabriel, which I would love to get back to the live performances. But the last one I did, I believe it had a lot of sexual references, innuendos in it that I didn't understand at the time, but totally could have understood that they would be there. I just didn't know that it would all be about that. But Peter Gabriel, Shock the Monkey, just makes me wonder, are we going there again? I don't know. But let's go ahead and take a listen to this song and watch the music video that we got right here. And I'm excited to take a dive and see what we're getting. I think Peter Gabriel is a fantastic artist. He definitely knows what he's doing there behind the wheel. And I'm excited every time we get to listen. So let's go ahead and take a listen right here. Thank y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, check out the description. Consider becoming a member by hitting the join button. All those actions help me on YouTube to find more viewers like yourself. Here we go. I don't know what any of the symbology means, though. All right. This one is hard to decipher, guys. Just listening to the lyrics, I don't know what I'm gathering from the lyrics talking about cover me when I sleep, cover me um when I run, right? And I'm thinking cover like cover fire or when I sleep, then he's talking about literally a cover, like a blanket, I guess. I don't know. So it's very hard to decipher that. Shock the monkey. It looked like in the video he was in an interrogation room at first, maybe doing an investigation. You've obviously got a caged monkey that's being played on the projector. You've got this alternate kind of universe or this other dimension where it looks like a ritual is going on. They've got the ring of fire going on. He's got all the tribalistic kind of makeup on his face. Yeah, so a different maybe split personality, maybe which that could go down the. They used to do shock treatment, right? Split personality disorder, some shock treatment. Maybe that's what's happening. Maybe he is confused. He's living these dual personalities could be happening. Yeah, so it's hard to really decipher this one and make a break. And then at the end, I guess you see the two personalities kind of combined there. He is the other living in his head. So maybe that's where we're going with this, right? We'll see if that's the connection that is made here. And when it comes to the music, I'm thinking about Peter Gabriel as an individual, as an artist. I talk about how much I love what he's done, whether that be with Genesis or whether that be on his solo career. But it's so cool to see that, and for some people they're gonna hate it. But it's so cool to see that when we listen to Genesis, it's just a whole different beast. It's just a whole different monster than what Peter Gabriel becomes later, where he's definitely doing more experimental stuff with almost like the sounds that it sounds like came with like new wave, but he's using them to synthesize beats and these drum machines to like create his own music. And maybe for some people they're gonna see it as pop, and pop kills the rock star, right? They think like you can't be rock, you're no longer who I respected when you do this. That could be their idea of it. I'm not here to judge them on that, and I totally understand. Hey, you have your boundaries on your musical limits, what you want, that's fine. I appreciate both, but I'm just making the understanding. I could see people have commented about with Phil Collins about, oh, he became pop and he ruined his career. I wonder if they say the same thing about Peter Gabriel. I don't know. I haven't seen that same kind of hate come along yet, but I'm wondering what the larger fan base thinks. Me not being connected to these guys like that, right? I didn't grow up with them for years under one genre, and then they transitioned. I get to hear it all kind of at the same time, and I just like it. I like seeing that they can experiment, they can change, they can do these other things, and it's all part of them still. It's still their story. It's still their experience coming out through a musical expression. And maybe a style that speaks more to one crowd than the other. But let's go ahead and learn a little bit more about Shock the Monkey. All right, so right here we got Shock the Monkey, released in 1982, considered synth pop on this one. It's the length, there is an album version, so I wasn't sure about that. But there is an album version. Okay, so I'm gonna have to double check that with Peter Gabriel. I thought maybe at this point in his career there would just be one style of that, right? One release, but no, there's another. So it was released in 1982. The song peaked at number 29 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart and number 1 on the Billboard mainstreams tracks. All right, so Billboard called it a mysterious but infectious track, which melds synthesizers, distinctive vocals, and dance rhythms to fresh effect. Totally agree with that one. Interpretation: due to its title and the connect of the music video, the song is frequently assumed to be either an animal rights song or reference to the famous experiment Stanley Milgram described in his book Obedience to Authority. It is neither, but the Gabriel song We Do What We're Told, Milgram's 37, from his 5th studio album, does deal directly with Milgram. Gabriel has characterized Shock the Monkey as a love song that examines how jealousy can release one's basic instincts. Ah, okay, I can see that now. The monkey is not a literally monkey, but a metaphor for one's feelings. Yeah, so jealousy. So jealousy is going to spark this kind of, a lot of lashing out, whether it be verbal or even worse. Hopefully you don't find yourself in this situation. Hopefully you report the person. Physical abuse. Okay, so these jealousy can cause these very animalistic, angry, possessive emotions, and he's saying that with that feeling and being the one on the receiving end of that, bluntness and anger, is that you can feel like you're being the monkey that's being shocked, right? You're in this torturous experiment. So yeah, that's how he paints this one. Very, I feel like they could have done a better job with the music video to get that point across, because the music video, I think some of you guys would have to understand where I was coming from with my interpretation with the music video, kind of painting this picture of a dual personality, and then at the end of the video it being one, and then shock the monkey. I still think it could even work that way. Truly, that's not his intention, of course. Gabriel stated in an interview with the Sounds magazine that Shock the Monkey lyrically presented him with the most difficulties. He mentions that the song's lyrical motif was inspired by King Kong's lightning powers in the film King Kong vs. Godzilla. For the song's musical arrangement, Gabriel intended to emulate influences of the 1960s Motown music, but he believed that the final product was stylistically more modern. Yeah, I don't feel like I felt any Motown influence on this one at all. For me, definitely felt more modern to that period of the 80s. Music video. The track is known for its bizarre and disturbing music video, written and directed by Brian Grant and produced by Scott Milani. The video was played heavily in the early days of MTV. It features Gabriel in white face paint and frightened-looking capuchin monkey. Gabriel appears in two guises, one in his business dark suit and the other as a modern primitive shaman, painted and dressed in a white with geometric markings in black on his face. The video cuts between the two rooms, each vaguely resembling an office. A movie projector plays zoo footage of an ape in both rooms. As the video proceeds, events in the normal black suit office become increasingly irregular and disturbing, with objects in the room in increasingly disarray. Gabriel displays increasing pressure, anger, and fear as the chaos occurs, at one point being restrained by three little people. The office footage is increasingly interspersed with black and white footage of Gabriel fleeing from something unknown in the wilderness, and disoriented Gabriel in different settings, including central London and what looks to be the office of a hospital. And in the end of the video, two Gabriels merge and the Gibbon's face is superimposed over theirs. So it didn't do any explanation why this video. Why? Just why? But it helped to paint that picture for me in the way that I interpreted it. So let me know what you guys think about that one. But that's what we got with this one. All right. So thank you all for being here today. Appreciate y'all tuning in, and I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.